What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat series, The Merciless Guardian, Raiden. And so here we have Raiden posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what the Thunder God comes with. He does come with two pairs of hands. Raiden comes with a pair of open palmed hands. We also do get a pair of grip hands for Raiden. We get his staff, which does fit into either of his grip hands. We also do get two lightning accessories, one for his right hand, and then we also do get one for his left hand. Other than that, Raiden here doesn't come with anything else. I think the only thing I would want to see him come with is probably something like a lightning attachment, just to attach to his body. But as it stands, Raiden here is a fantastic looking figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually have a closer look at his details. And so here we have a closer look at Raiden, and yes, his hat is covering his eyes, and I want to talk about his hat first. We do get this really stylized Raiden hat. I forgot the proper name for this hat, I'm so sorry now. I do like the fact that it does look like an eye. That's probably one of my favorite things about it, and you can see they did a lot of detailing on this hat. Really nice, and it is done in a softer plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking in the event that it falls. I would still be cautious about it because it can get warped, as you can see. But it's warped in the back, so you're not really going to see it, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Having a look at the face, I think McFarlane here has done a really good job on that face sculpt. I know one thing people criticize the Sub-Zero and Scorpion about was the face for some reason, but I really do like the work that they're putting into the face now. His face does seem a little bit flat just because it is just the paint over the plastic. If they had molded it in a flesh tone and then painted the fabric part, I think that would make the face look better because it does seem a little bit flat. I do like the fact that his eyes are red. He's supposed to be like a fallen god at this point, and they did a really good job there. You can see they sculpted a scarf going around him, and it does match his cowl right there. It does go all the way around. Here we do have the Amulet of Shinnok, which I do like that little touch. I would have liked it if it was a little more pronounced going on the side, but as it stands, it's still really noticeable. You really do get the full effect of it, especially with the green gem right there. His armor is done in a really nice gold paint, and there is some detailing on it. It does look like it's worn metal. You can see some little imperfections in it, which do look really nice. Going on to his armor right here on his arms, you can see it is gold and blue. I really do like the fact that they kept the blue in Raiden's costume, and that's something that he's had since Mortal Kombat 2. Really do like the way it looks. That's a really nice pauldron right there. Going all the way to his gauntlet, which is also done in that gold and blue motif. And you can see some straps going around it. Really do like that. He is wearing a pair of fingerless gloves, so each of his hands do sport fingerless gloves. And the gloves do have a really nice texture to them. It does look like it's leather, so McFarlane has done a really good job there. I keep wanting to say Storm. It's not Storm, it's McFarlane. One place of issues I have is right here on this belt buckle. It's supposed to be brown. You can see it's not painted 100%, but it's just a minor little issue. No real complaints. He does have a green tunic, which you can see it is padded, and it does look really good. Going on to the back, it continues his golden armor. We have a lot of nice detail, a lot of wash to bring out that detail. You can see his gold and blue motif does continue onto his sash. Where we're looking at his sash, it is done in, I want to say it's this brown plastic. Yeah, it's definitely done in the brown plastic, but the colors on it just look really nice with the red. It's a nice faded red. It's not vibrant and oversaturated. We do get this little tie going around with a clip right here, going all the way down to his belt. Again, more of that armor done really well. Although it feels a little flat, like everything's just pasted on it, and hopefully you see it. We do have some charms right here and here, which they're done really well and they're painted nicely. I just wish the ropes had a little bit of detail in them. His tassels here in the front do move around. They are a softer plastic, same in the back. And that's something I really do like, is that McFarlane actually took notes from Scorpion and Sub-Zero and made this a much softer plastic, so good on that. Really do like the way his knee pads look. Getting his sash out of the way just so you can see how his knee pads look. Again, we get that same red motif right here at his boots, which I do like that little touch. All the colors you see on him, they're found multiple places on his costume, so it's not a stark out of the blue. Oh, where did that come from? Really like the gold trim right there, all the way to the golden toes that he has. And once again, McFarlane did a really good job with the detailing right here on his boots. Just overall, really nice looking figure. I do like the way Raiden came out. So, with his details out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figure lines so you can see how he compares. So here we have Raiden posed next to the Marvel Legends Cyclops and the DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Raiden posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Raiden posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. Here we have Raiden posed next to a Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat 2 style ninja and a Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat 3 style ninja. And so here we have the McFarlane Raiden posed next to the other McFarlane Mortal Kombat 11 figures. And so with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Raiden's articulation. Now, as I said, with the detailing, the softer rubber, McFarlane did take notes on what not to do, and it's apparent when you get into his articulation. Raiden here does have a ball joint in the head, so he can look up about that far. He can look down about that far. Does tilt left and right, as well as rotates on that ball joint. We also do get a ball joint in the neck, so he can look down a little further. Can't really look much further back because his head does butt up against his scarf. So the head tilt is really good there. I do like that. So most of your movement is just going to be from where his head connects into the neck, not where his neck connects into the body. His shoulder joints are on that same butterfly joint, but unfortunately it's useless, and that's probably my only complaint about it. This butterfly joint is entirely useless. Doesn't go shift forward, doesn't shift back, doesn't shift up or down, so that's a little bit of a bummer. He does get surprising amount of range out of that. It does go out to the side really well. It's kind of stiff too, so do be aware of that. Does rotate, but it does go off at an angle just because of how that's sculpted. He does have rotation at the bicep, double bend in the knee, or elbows, my bad. It does go up quite a bit, and yeah, he can go past 90 if you angle this side first, and then do his second joint up there. We do have that import style ball hinge wrist where we do have in and out movement. We can rotate that joint to have up and down movement, and then of course it does rotate on that peg. He does not have anything in the torso, which I'm glad about, that they didn't add a torso cut, because that would have broken up the sculpt. Instead, we do have a ball joint down here in his waist, which does go back, does lean forward, does lean side to side really nicely, rotates really well, does have ball joints in the legs, so his legs do go out all the way. Really do like that. Really good movement there on Raiden. Legs do kick forward to about there. They kick back to about there. They do have a swivel in the thigh, but it is a little bit hindered. He is double jointed at the knee, goes up to about there, not too bad. And then we have lower knee rotation. We do have rotation at his foot. We do have a ball hinge at the ankle, which does go back, does go forward. If you turn his ankle like that, we do have really good rocker ankles on Raiden, so McFarlane is doing a good job with the ankles. And then, of course, we do have a toe hinge, which is a really generous toe hinge. Look at that. He just broke his foot. So overall, really do like the articulation on Raiden here. It's an improvement over Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Raiden posed for my final thoughts, and overall, McFarlane has done an amazing job with this figure. I like the fact that he took the criticism from Scorpion and Sub-Zero and implemented it really well into this figure. Now, the butterfly joints on Raiden are trash, and they really need to find a way to open up those butterfly joints on figures that have these really nice tops. Like, they do a really good job sculpting the torsos. Let's just find a way to implement those butterfly joints. Other than that, I think they did an amazing job with Raiden. The articulation on him works, and despite the fact he does have a skirt piece, his leg articulation is not at all hindered by anything. The paint apps on Raiden are phenomenal, and the fact that he does come with so much interchangeable hands, effects, and his staff, it's a really nice piece to own. If you're a fan of Mortal Kombat 11 or just a fan of this design in general, I really do recommend you pick it up. I was lucky enough to pick up my Raiden from my local comic book store, so a huge shout out to Black Sheep Comics for getting this out to me so I could review it for you guys. If you can find Raiden, he is starting to hit stores right now, so check your local comic book stores and check your local GameStops. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other McFarlane videos and my Mortal Kombat videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, don't forget to check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Be sure to hit the notifications for all, that way you never miss a beat. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.